our channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're gonna start video discussing about the understanding the human being and comprehensively. This has been the new subject, and that is, as I told you, has been the new subject. So yes, we are dealing here as with your class 1, and that is being the class 1. Today we have your class 1 here itself, and that has been important too in terms of reasoning here, in terms of the subject, that understanding the human beings and comprehensive, and this has been the code of the subject is ROE 074, and the name of the full name of the subject is understanding the human being comprehensively, human aspirations and its full fulfillment. And human, that is about the human being we are talking about here. This has been the question that, as I told you, and that is what we have to talk about it. We will be starting with this only, and that has been the first topic that we discussed here. It's been the first unit we have, and that what we have to discuss here. And the unit name we have here is the unit 1, and the unit 1 is your introduction about this particular chapter here, this particular subject, and that will include in part 1 and part 2 we'll discuss about it. In the part 1, if I'm going ahead here in the details, so yes, in part 1 we have to cover up the basic human, we discuss the basic human aspirations and their fulfillment through the rights, understanding, and resolution. And in part 2 we'll discuss about the all in, that is your encompassing the resolution for a human being, its detail and solutions of problems in the light of resolution that we discussed in the part 1 and part 2 in terms of unit 1. That has been the name, as I told you, is all about introduction. Before starting with this, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go to the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe to our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and you can also enjoy the video as well. Other than that, we are starting with that has been the first unit and the first chapter of this one, that is being the question we have been asked here, the basic aspirations and their fulfillment through the right understanding and resolution. As I told you, being discussed by one part by a part here. So in this, the first question has been arise here: what are the basic aspirations of human being, and define and explain. So first you have to discuss the basic aspirations of human being. You have to define as well as you have to explain as well. So we'll go ahead with the first one. So what are the basic aspiration of a human being? Define and explain. That has been the question here. So in the same cases we have to go ahead, so with the same respective manner, the basic aspirations of human being we have to define and explain. So in basic aspiration, what is basic aspiration is all about that following are the basic aspirations of human being. Like first is that every human being aspires to be happy, all his efforts are towards this end only. The second is that the outcome from his efforts depends on the focus of the effort, especially on his notations about happiness. Third is when these notations are right, the outcome is mutual happiness. Fourth is when the notion are wrong, the outcome is unhappiness. The fifth is on closer observation we can see that every human being aspires for a way of life which ensures the happiness for all human beings, living in harmony with nature as well. After that, at an individual level, the happiness is the harmony and integration among all four dimensions within the self through behavior, work, and realization. At the level of society, the individual aspires to ensure harmony and integration among four levels like individual, family, society, and nature as well. Then this has been the aspiration, but this is the desire, this is the innate need of human being, that regardless of age, gender, caste, creed, nation and beliefs as well. This is all comes under the basic aspiration, and that what you have to explain and define as well. On the same behalf of it, Now the question is being asked is, how do you look at your basic aspiration? आप किस तरह से अपने basic aspiration को देखते हो? Is it to be, to get, to become, justify your right priority with example as well. So we'll discuss this as well. First we'll discuss about the basic aspiration. So in terms of basic aspiration, if I'm going ahead, so here in this, that the basic root of all the aspirations and the resulting actions are continuous happiness and prosperity. All our wants results from the basic of our desire that to be happy here, and that is on that whenever whether that we want the highest marks on the best job, and that underlying the desire is to attain the continuous happiness as well. And other we talk about it, that every time we achieve a particular want, we want more, as we want this feeling to continue. Similarly, when we have more than enough of physical facilities, we feel a sense of prosperity, which is also the vital of our senses of happiness as well. Another we talk about it, so both the continuous happiness and prosperity are the main reason for all our endeavors as well. On the same cases here, for the same that has been, is it to be, to get, to become here. So that what we have to talk about, it is to be, to get, to become, that is being here. So that what we have to explain here in this. Let us say you want to be the first ranker in the class. Now behind this desire to get the first rank, is there a more basic desire? Why do you want to get the first rank? If you keep asking this question, you will find that there is a basic desire. What is this desire, and is it to be happy? Yes, it is. So that is, take anyway another want or desire, and you will find the same thing. You will find that each of you wants emerges from the basic aspiration that to be happy, and this can be verified by each one of you as well. On that, what the another question being asked here is being the important, and the another one as well, what are the requirements to fulfillment basic human aspiration, and what is the solutions to our present state as well. So first I will go ahead for the requirements here. Requirement to fulfill basic human aspiration, that what we have to discuss here. What is the solutions to our present state as well, that has been here. So I just write it down for the same here. What is the solutions to the present state? So of course this requirement is being, answerable in terms of it, that what is the solution for the same, and even though we will discuss about that in the detail here. So for the solution to the present age as well, requirement and solution will be same. So solution to our present state. Okay, so that what we have to discuss here. So here the need for the right understanding, where the three basic requirements to ensure the happiness and prosperity for a human being that are, and which is, the first is right understanding, relationship, physical facilities. I just write it down for you all so that you will get to know about it. The first is, we have your right understanding. Second is relationship, and the third is physical facilities that we have here. Okay, In terms of it, that living only with physical facilities is an annual consciousness, and living with all these three is a human consciousness as well. In the modern time, we are mostly not paying attention to the right understanding and relationships that are focusing on a largely on physical facilities most of the time. As a human being, all the three are needed for us. We'll talk about that as being the importance and need for a right understanding. That is the requirement to fulfill the basic human aspiration, or we can say that importance and need for right understanding. I just write it down here. Importance, need for right understanding. That is we have. So on the same cases over here, that right understanding helps to create the harmony at all four levels of human living. Right understanding enables us to, what they enable us to is to resolve the issues in human relationship, be prosperous, enrich nature, work out our requirements for physical facilities, correctly distinguish between the wealth and prosperity, and understand the harmony in nature. Right understanding forms the basic on which we can work for a relationship and also acquire physical facilities as well. So these comes under importance and need for the right understanding here as here. Now we'll discuss about the another question that we have to discuss is, what do you mean by the right understanding and why is this needed? So understanding the human being comprehensively, we have to talk about it. So the question being asked here, that what do you mean by right understanding and why is needed? Okay, so this is what why this is needed as well, but we have to explain here. In order to find out what this right understanding is, we need to find out the various situations or states we live in on which our happiness depends. If we ignore any of these states or situations, that if we have incomplete understanding of any state or situation we live in, then we risk the becoming happy and uncertain in the state or the level as well. So in order to ensure the happiness and its continuity, we need to make sure we cover all states and situation we live in. As human, there are several situations we live in, so there are many levels to our living that starts with ourselves and expands to include things around us, namely the people we live with on a daily basis, that is our family, the larger society we live in, and that the nature we are dependent on, that is being we have to focus it all about. In terms of part 2, as I told you, we'll discuss about that is on, with that the all encompassing the resolution for a human being, it detailed, and solutions of the problems in the light of resolution as well. So on the same cases, we discuss the happiness and unhappiness as well. So we'll discuss the same, discuss happiness and unhappiness here with the detailed. So in terms of happiness and what we have to talk about, the happiness and unhappiness. So in terms of happiness and unhappiness that we have to discuss here, we are the in terms of first we'll discuss about the happiness here. In this, the happiness results from a variety of feelings that are that is effort that effortless and comes naturally to us. and which is your coming under, that is your trust, honesty, respect, confidence, etc. That are the feeling that we welcome with open arms at all times. That is trust, honesty, respect, and of course the confidence as well. Other than that, they led us to take the harmony within us and with others around us as well. With this, in happiness, that for instance, if the persons trust a friend, they feel a sense of mutually harmony here. And if you're trusting your friends, of course, the mutually harmony, which is also reflected in their interactions with other around them. And thus, the happiness is a state where there is a harmony all around. In terms of unhappiness, when we're going ahead for the detail, so in unhappiness, the unhappiness is the result of any kind of contradiction, struggle, or conflict within us or with any other person. For instance, if a person does not trust a friend, both of them will feel uncomfortable and will not like the situation as well. So mistrust, dishonesty, lack of respect, and lack of confidence are some feeling that led to unhappiness as well. Okay, in the same way, we'll discuss about the another question being asked here, that is, what do you mean by prosperity? What is the difference between prosperity and wealth? How are the two related here? So first we'll discuss about the prosperity, that what we have to discuss here. In terms of prosperity here, it is clear that prosperity is linked to the material possession or a physical facilities, that is comes under the prosperity, where all the physical things we need to take care of our body that needs constitutes these physical facilities. Once we enough of these as physical facilities, we need a prosperous. Thus prosperity is the feeling of having more than enough physical facility as well. Other than that, to understand the prosperity, we need to correctly assess the need of physical facility and be able to make available more than enough of these facilities as well. We'll discuss here, that has been the difference between the prosperity and a wealth here. Difference between prosperity and wealth. So in terms of difference between the prosperity and a wealth here, in terms of prosperity here, that the prosperity refers to the state of having an abundance of material assets and money, as well as the contributing the factor like health and happiness as well. In terms of wealth here, that wealth refers to the state of being rich or having an abundance of material assets and money as well. In terms of prosperity here, that prosperity is derived from the adjective that is your the prosperous. And in terms of wealth, the wealth is the origin of the adjective wealthy here. In terms of prosperity, the prosperity includes wealth as well as the other factors as here. And in terms of wealth, wealth is a kind of prosperity here. Now we'll talk about another, we'll discuss about the relation with this, that how are they two related. So in terms of related with these, that we have to discuss here. Terms of related, that there are two related, that we will discuss the two relations between them. The first related is your wealth is a kind of prosperity, and the second is the prosperity includes wealth as well as the other factor as well. So they are related to like this only. Now we'll discuss what is present vision of happy and prosperous life here. So that what we have to discuss here. Present vision of a happy and prosperous life. That's what we have to discuss here. So in terms of it, what that is in terms of this, what is present visions of happy and prosperous life, that what we have to discuss as well. In terms of it, we have to go ahead, and as I told you, been discussing about this only. So in terms of that, in a current scenario, we are generally trying to achieve an happiness and prosperity by maximizing the accumulation and consumptions of physical facilities. This is an attempt to achieve an happiness through pleasant sensory interaction, Physical facilities are not seen in terms of fulfilling bodily that needs, but as means of maximizing the happiness as well. That what we have to discuss there. In terms of it, that this is has been result in a wrong assessments of wants of for physical facility as being unlimited, but this pursuit is a self defeating here. Neither that can be hope to achieve the continuous happiness through sensory interactions, nor can we have a prosperity as it amounts to trying to fulfill unlimited wants through limited resource as well. And in the same cases, we go ahead with another one, which is that this effort is engendering the problem at all the levels. It is becoming anti ecological and anti people and threatening the human survival itself. This has been all about what we have to discuss here in terms of it, that is the problems we have, that is the that been facing here. Now we'll discuss about what are the symptoms of happy person, describe briefly, so we'll discuss that soon as well. So with the same here, that we discussed here, that has been your the symptoms of happy persons. That has been what we had discussed about it, and you have to discuss this is in a, in a briefly manner as well. So with the same cases, we go ahead here in the detail. The first symptom we'll talk about, but before starting with the symptoms here, this has been that yes, of course, for the same that is though it may come in a different form of different people, most human beings are in pursuit of the same things, happiness. In terms of they live their life with integrity, so that we talk about it here with a common one. They they live their life with integrity. In they live their life with integrity. In this, living a life that in line with your own values and beliefs is important for happiness. So that is here first aspect, and that what we have to talk about it. And the second is your that we have is that they have embraced living in the moment. They have embraced living in the moment. What do you mean by this? This has been that you are fully awake and aware and concentrate your energies on enjoying the present rather than worrying about the past or the future here. Third, we talk about it, that has been they express gratitude regularly. In terms of it, that they express gratitude regularly here, in this being grateful for the things you have and sharing that gratitude would lead to feeling of satisfaction and happiness as well. We'll talk about the fourth one, which we have is your that their work satisfies them. Their work satisfies them. In this, that if you find satisfaction in the things you do, they then you are well on your way to living a happy life here. We'll talk about the fifth one, which has been here, that has been they enjoy harmonious relationships. So that has been here, so they enjoy the harmonious relationship. Your practice respects and patience as you go about your day, and whether you are interacting with people, family, co-workers, or with your partners as well. We'll talk about the sixth one, that has been here, that is they aren't afraid of change. They are not afraid of change, that we have to talk about it here. It means that stay open for to the opportunities change can bring here. on the same case. The seventh, and that has been the last for this, we have that is they enjoy the simple things. In terms of this, what it means here, that taking pleasures in small things will help you build a big pictures of happiness as well. And now in the same cases we have to discuss many more things here in the detail, but here we'll be ending it up only, and so we'll discuss the rest of the unit in the next coming class, that is being the important as well. Other than talking about the human, that is the topic that we are dealing here, human, understanding the human being comprehensively, so this will discuss the rest of the question we'll discuss here in the next coming class, and that is being the important too. And before ending it off, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many maximum people can get the information at once, and even you can also enjoy the video as well. Other than human resource, we'll talk about it, that is being understanding the human being comprehensively. We had done your sociology and software engineering lastly, and other than that we had done your the chemistry, where we had completed your unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, unit 6, unit 7, unit 8, unit 9, unit 10, and unit that we have done your atomic number, masses and their symbols, as well as their atomic number as well, and their mass numbers as well. After that, talking about it, we had started with your quantitative aptitude. In arithmetical ability, we had done operations on numbers, SCF and LCM of numbers, decimal fractions, simplification, square roots and cube roots. And then we had done about problems on numbers, problems on ages, sorts and indices we had done, and percentage we had even though started with. In terms of reasoning, we had done your verbal reasoning, where we had done your general mental ability and the logic reasoning. In non-verbal reasoning, we had done your series analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, mirror image, water image, embedded figure, completions of incomplete pattern, figure matrix, paper folding, paper cutting, rule detection, grouping of identical figures, cubes and dice that we are dealing here. In terms of it, other than that, we are talking about the that is we are not dealing with that is understanding the human being comprehensively, human aspirations and its fulfillment, where it consists of it consists of the 5 unit here, where we have to discuss about the unit 1 here. In unit 1, which has been the introduction, we had done the name of the subject, as I told you in the starting as well, that is understanding the human being comprehends human aspirations and its fulfillment here. In introduction, we had done your the basic human aspirations and their fulfillment through the rights, understanding and resolutions, all encompassing resolution for the human being in detail and solutions of the problems to the light of resolution. That's what we have to discuss here. In unit 2, that is the name of the unit is your understanding the human being and its expansion, where we had completed the domain, and the right understanding starts from understanding the human being, that the knower and the experiences and the doers as well, and that extends up to the understanding the nature existence, its that is your connectedness and coexistence, and finally understanding the role and the human being in extensions of human conductance as well. In unit 3rd, we have to cover up the activities of the self here, where we have to complete the understanding the human beings comprehensively in the first step, and that the core theme of the course, that the human being as to existence of the self and the body, and the activities and the potential abilities of the self, reasons for harmony and contradictions to itself as well, in the selves as well. And the unit 4, we have to discuss about it, which has been that understanding the coexistence with others orders, that is we had to done here, which has been your the need and the process of the inner evolution throughout self exploration and self awareness, that we have, and self evaluation, particularly awakening to the activities of the self realization, understanding and the correct, that is your contemplations in the self realization and coexistence, understanding the harmony in the nature, and contemplations in the participations of human in the harmony order, leading to the comprehensive knowledge about the existence as well. In terms of unit 5, talking about it, we have to cover up, that has been that what we have to cover up is the expansions of the harmony from the selves to entire existence. So we have to complete the understanding the different aspects of all encompassing the resolutions, understanding the wisdom, science, etc., holistic way of living or her human being, and all encompassing the resolutions that covering for all four dimensions. And then after that of human beat interview, that is realization, thought, behavior, and work participation in the larger order, leading to the harmony at all the levels for the self, nature, and the entire existence. Then after that we'll discuss about that has been the short questions related to this as well. After talking about this has been the subject which has been important for the competition, this is for the BTech for the engineers here. And of course if you are with a different stream, you have your subjects, you can go ahead for the same as well. So here we'll be ending it up. It's a huge request to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share, and subscribe our channel so that many maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Other than that, in terms of it, as I told you, many of the subjects we had deal with it. So it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share, and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. जिस हिसाब से हमारे सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं उस हिसाब से व्यूज़ नहीं हो रहे हैं, तो प्लीज़ आपके रिक्वेस्ट है कि अगर आप वीडियो देखते हो, आपको अच्छा लगता है, तो प्लीज़ उसको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों के पास, अपने फ्रेंड्स, अपने कलीग्स, अपने आपके जो क्लासमेट्स हैं उनके पास प्लीज़ ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग पहुँचाएँ, कि वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग के पास पहुँचेगा तो उसके ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग उसका यूटिलाइजेशन कर सकेंगे। और जिस टाइप का आपको वीडियो चाहिए, आपको जिस टॉपिक पे चाहिए, जो सब्जेक्ट चाहिए, आप वो कमेंट सेक्शन पे बता सकते हो। आई विल श्योरली try to provide you that as well. So please keep supporting us, and please help us as much as you can. So thank you, hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on a comment box. Thank you.